good, fam? Doing some work around the house, patching shit up, patching holes up. The irony. The irony into the conversation that I want to elaborate on. But I had to do this. This was already planned. This was already seen, envisioned in my consciousness. I already been seeing it. So it had to be done. But would I say that what I'm about to say and what I did sparked what I'm about to say? Who's to say? But that's when you go beyond time and you get access all versions of you. But nonetheless, man, what's up, guys? I'm usually up here with a black amount, but like I said, I think I said that in my last video or something. I'm not sure. That's about to be my last black amount, right? So, gotta follow through, man. Gotta follow through. So I got this. See what it say. So it's not bud. What it say? Lung reset. Comes from this company. I'm not getting paid for this, but why not? I don't care. It's alright. I'm alright with it. Not supposed to be inhaled. This is mulling too. You can find research the great spiritual qualities that mulling or benefits that it has for you. It has great spiritual. I'll let some air in, bro. Great spiritual benefits for you. Mullein leaf. I'll let you do your own research. But yeah, man, you sometimes you can do a whole body reset or your environment reset. But according to your whole body reset, I like doing individual organs, or what I call archons. That's the organs that dictate. They got their own. These are the chakras. Chakras are associated to organs. So once you know your chakras and how the powers that they got on their own, or they got their own way of thinking. You don't tell your organs what to do inside your body. They do it on their own. But if you could tap in, you could tap into each individual organ, then you would know each individual sound. Organ, sound. So it's associated to these different sounds of you. These are and if you don't tap into them, they become your archons. They become your archons. And archons could dictate what you do next. Or they could be defiant. So, just like I said in that video, that black amount that I was smoking will be my last. I actually manifested that reality for myself, and now you see me here with this. So pay attention to your sounds and get to know each individual organ. Tap into that biology of you. A couple things that you got to learn before you move on to the next realm about yourself. So whatever I'm kicking, it might be different for you. I got a different perspective. But what I'm here to say is, though, what's up, man? You know, on this nice, beautiful day. It's well sunny. I'm here to talk about. I was actually patching up something in the house, a little hole in the wall, and it goes what I'm about to say in a certain way. But it goes, you have to find the synchronicity. You don't have to find it. So don't go searching. Like Wahlburgers, I'm not burger searching. Just do this on. I can do what I gotta do, but don't go finding the synchronistic things. Acknowledge it when it's present, like throughout your day, like, oh, and the day is the same. So if you know today, besides all this numbering system of the days to keep you in a cycle, um, when you go backwards in ancient times, when you go inside, because back is inside, down is in, really, and from that perspective. So if you're up, if you're on top, down will be down. But if I'm already at the lowest point, then down will be in. It's through perspective. It's key. So see, I got lost what I'm about to say, but hey, what I'm about to say is you don't want to go find synchronicities, like go looking for them. You should be able to live synchronous in a synchronic motion or cadence. Everything should be synchronistic with what you did prior and what you about to do in the future, because it's how you go beyond time. Stay synchronized. Stay focused. Don't go looking for synchronicities. They just happen. But in order to just acknowledge them, you got to be in the now. You got to be in the now. In the Nile River, got to be navigating right. You got to know when to put the anchor down. You got to know when to moor your boat, like the Moors. See, it's codes and through language, and language is a big thing. Uh, Language is a big thing, because that's how you get. I mean, through linguistics, it's a great way of learning what we in. You understand what I'm saying? So when you are in your unconscious, when you do transcend and go beyond this, you got to deal with the unconscious, the dark sides, the darkness of you. And you got to know what's in the dark, what's playing behind the scenes that you might not be aware of. So it's always good. Yeah, be in the light, be here, but be in both places is so oxymoronic. Like one of my favorite bars ever said by a rapper, what's his name? Stack Bundles. One of my favorite rappers. I'm gonna say 1, 2, or 3. I'm gonna just tell you top 3. You can ask me that on a personal level. I'm gonna tell you. He said, "So oxymoronic, so up. I feel down, so square, but I'm round and I seriously clown." So it's oxymoronic, but through linguistics, you can see what we in if you know how to break down words and names. And if you find your own fundamental, uh, like decryptor or decoder to, in your perspective, or to whatever perspective you got, just have your fundamental knowledge that you go by. If you find one, and that's it. But through language, man, how they trap you in the system through language. Um, and you got to be able to paint vivid geometries in your head, and nobody get access but you. That's your language. Nobody else has it. I got so many that I got to introduce, but you know it's gonna come. I'm gonna show y'all. But yeah, language. His gestures, his body language, his subconscious communication. There's so many ways of articulating a certain sound. It's not just through words, but words lock it in here. They lock it here. So words could help you understand a lot of things, so, and what frequencies things are pulling on. So very important to get you on your next level. So you could never talk about, the inside world of you, the internal world of you, without talking about, money. That's just real. That's just, you gotta talk about it. So a physical, a metaphysical way of understanding money. I was reading this article when they was talking about, this nation is under like trillions of dollars in credit card debt. I heard, so mind you, what I'm about to say, I never heard nobody break it down like this. So I'm not here for you to say, oh, and I gotta say something too, man. I was trying to go live just now because I never did it. So I'm like, let me try it. It didn't let me go live. And I looked it up, and it was like I need 50,000 subscribers or 50 subscribers. So this channel's has to get 50 subscribers so I can go live, because live means being alive, and live is how you transcend time. You could be dead and be in a different realm, but you being captured by something too. So and live is the blood flowing, and blood is a lot because blood means time. If you understand the moon, and we just went through a full moon cycle, so you gotta understand the liquids, how they move, and it's time involved in liquids, in the flow of a liquid. So look, there's a code right here, like my boy Pretty Loose said, my boy Rico said in the rap, and he said, he said, he said, he said, yo, I'm gonna catch you at the ATM, so you better hurry up or I'll make you spit curry up. You can use curry. Being that's for you. Hope you caught it, but it's up to you. Um, the blood flow. So going live is important. You get the concept of vampires when you fight time. When you invoke the word time, and you gotta have the other polarity. See, you gotta be everything everywhere all at once. You gotta understand. See, it's so oxymoronic because you gotta understand. Once you know that, it's not a duality thing. It's being able to do that and know that I'm that, that I am I'm not just that in thought. I am that, like everything all at once, like that movie. But see, that's when the vampires come in, the vampire conversation, when you evoke the blood frequency, because it's stuck to time and the way it flows. And the spirit, you see, it's so you could say your skin is the ninth dimension of you. Ninth dimension of you. Your blood will be the eight. See, it goes backwards as it goes in. Feel me? Or you can say down. Nine, skin. Eight is blood. Organs will be seven. Just show you about archons. You gotta know. Then six, as you keep going in, breaking down the dimensions, you could do it. It's a thought provoking channel. Have your own perspective. You got it. So yeah, you invoke that frequency in, and there's this being that sits on top of your head, this witch, and you gotta come across her, or it, or him. Considers itself many things. You just gotta tap into that and see what brain material. I'll just give you that one. This is brain material in your brain. Of course, it's brain material. That's where it sits. But yeah, so language is a very important thing to code because I was reading this article talking about how this country is in trillions of dollars, credit card debt, some millions, whatever. I don't want to give the wrong information somewhere around here. Is in credit card debt. I've been afflicted by it. My credit been good. Could have been bad. My credit been good. Um, it's not the way to handle it though. Uh, I'm I'm gonna break it down in a way, in a metaphysical way that some might understand and some might not, and that's okay. But you'll get it, and I think you would, on a metaphysical way. So I was reading this article. I'm like, look at this. Look what they doing. It's not look what they doing. It's like you just gotta be like, oh, all right. So how how can I wouldn't say defend. How can I prepare myself to not deal with that aspect of it, right? So you got credit, right? I'm about to tell you about linguistics. Credit. That's CREDIT. Vowels are interchangeable. It's a certain sound. Create sound. If you had consonants, there would be no sound. You can still pronounce them, but there's no sound now to bring it out. Consonants just block it in, trap it in the light. So your vowels will be the light. But you got credit. CREDIT. Cred. If you look up the etymology meaning of cred, or the root word, whatever you want to call it, it'll be fire, create, or make. And you got dit. DIT. You do the same for that. It'll be Morse code for dot. So it means like a dot. And what would you call a dot? Now, this is when you got to start using your imagination. It's the kid in you. So I'm making a dot. A dot could be a hole. A little dot on the wall could be a hole. So, or I'm creating a hole, creating a dot. But that's okay. But in order to make a dot, this is credit cards, credit. This is what happens. Why the country's in debt? But this is purposely done with all systematics. So credit to make a dot. But in order to make a dot, you need something with a point on it, like a sword, like a knife, right? First things that come to mind, harpoon. You can say whatever. Anything pointy. It could be a pencil. Make a dot. You can make a hole. So you need a point though to make a dot or a hole. So what happens when you're making a point? You're talking to somebody and you're trying to make a point. using a knife, like a spiritual knife, invisible knife, trying to make a point. But what is definition of making a point? By definition, or what would be yours? Mine would be to make a statement. So when you use your credit card, you're making a point, right? You're making a point out here. In this world, you swiping, oh, I'm make a point, whatever the point is. Make it a dot, right? Credit, it's a dot. So you got to make a point. What point are you making? Is it important? Is it beneficial to you? So you can see it in so many different ways. Now you're making a point, and this is why the definition to me is you're making a statement, whatever statement it is. And this is why when you use it, you're making a point, and it lets you know what point you made on your statement. So this is why you get them every month. You get a credit card statement, right? You made a point. So this is your statement. So so all I want to say is when you do use your card, make the most profound statement that you can make that leverages your life. Don't just swipe your card. You understand what I'm saying? Some people who already have good credit and know how to deal with it, and know how to know the mastery of building your credit and being successful with your credit and leveraging your credit. But you can look at it in a spiritual way to understand like what they doing. So this is what you do within you. Now if it doesn't work out and you don't use it correctly, now you swipe, you made a point, you made a statement, but now you're actually making a point on yourself. So now you just created a dot, a hole. I just had to patch it up in the house. I was on my Bundy construction man stuff. Bob the Builder. My pops came through though. Grateful to even have pops because I used to look at him as a kid like, why is he doing all this? He used to do stuff like that. I just never liked being a handyman. It's cool though. It's cool because, of course, for the, just being there around your pops or around your whoever. But for me, I never liked it though. But it's something like everything that you don't want to do that you could do. I'm like that's how I know I'm a different kind of being because everything I said I don't want to do and then I did it. I could just do it and it comes out perfect. So I could do whatever in this world. I could do whatever. Like out here, like it's just easy to me. I wouldn't say it's just easy, but yeah. I mean, why not? It's just easy. Like when I look back, I'm like, oh snap, I did it. Like I remember I was working at a job, I was building sinks. I never thought, I never like messing with my hands, handyman stuff. I was building sinks or countertops. That goes to show that you do whatever, man. It's just certain things be trying to get in your way, and it's mostly your thoughts that get borrowed inside your body, and then your body is gonna react to that. It's just it comes later on. It might come in the same day, but it comes later on. Things in the dark realms. So, but whatever. But now I don't want to get sidetracked. But now you use your credit. This is the affliction against you. You made a dot on yourself. You made a hole. Just swipe. And it's funny that it's a square. I won't get into that, but it's funny that it's a square. You made a hole. Now, it made a hole in your aura. And this is where the vampirism begins. Because now, this is the vampirism. Now things is eating off of you. I wouldn't necessarily say spirits, so we don't have to get into that because that's a different kind of topic. But yeah, put that in perspective. Now you got spirits off the hole that you made in your aura from using your credit, from creating a hole inside of you somewhere. Now the vampirism begins. Now things is eating off of you, and you might start doing it more frequently. Get into a bigger hole, and what we call that debt, right? Huh. These words that we even use. That's why you gotta watch what you say. Not watch, it's just know how to catch it before you say it, bro. Like whatever you say, come from up here. I hope it comes from up here somewhere up there, and then it comes down, and you know how to catch it, and you flowing, and you know how to boom. If it comes, boom. Don't hold back, but you know how to transmute that. That's the key, and that's deep within itself. But now you in debt. And what is debt? DEBT, right? Debt. So what is debt backwards? Bad, right? Let me see. It's bad, right? But you got the T. It's bad, like you laying down in your bed with a T. So now you in debt. You in bed. Now you're dead. It's like you in a car. You're dead. You dead. You might as well say you dead, right? How you gonna resurrect yourself? Look, you're that's death, and that's death like you can't hear. You're in death, but death that you can't hear. You don't listen. Following instructions, you're not listening. So you're in bed now. The T stands for intersection, a crossroads. I tell you about the witch that sits on top of you. She's controlling you which way. Which way do you go? Which way? That's your witch. But there's two of them. But you got a crossroads now. You're in bed. You're in death. You don't hear. This definitely can afflict. It definitely could afflict even your unconscious, your dream state, because of the vampirism. It's just the spirits that you allowed in by utilizing something that you probably just didn't have knowledge on. I got afflicted by it, but I didn't have great credit too. But it's know how to leverage that and using it just to compound whatever you got going on. It might be a future return, but hey, whatever it is, it's something like that. Um, so you don't want to be laying in bed at a crossroads with whatever you do, and that means not just credit card debt, technical debt. It's a lot of just technical debt. You don't want to just do things when the lights is blinking red. You want to be able to know when there's a time for anything, and you need to be aware of it at all times. But yeah, just use this use this game of life wisely, however it works for you. You know what I'm saying? really think. So that's like a metaphysical way of looking at how to use your credit. Simple. Anybody can understand that. But just know how things can afflict you. And how could you defend yourself from these things? Very important. So yeah, man, I'm out of here. You already know. Divination Bundy. Just holler at me, man. Gotta go live in a few videos. Let's get it there. Let's get it.